What's up, YouTube? This is Joker. Most of you guys probably know me as Jokaa in game, if you guys know me at all. If not, nice to meet you. Thanks for watching my video. Uh, I don't post a lot of videos, but I'm going to probably be posting more on Star Citizen. Uh, and if you're probably wondering why the channel's called Coffee Soup and not Jokaa's Star Citizen, blah blah blah, it's because I'm rebranding my YouTube channel. Currently, it's just a placeholder. It'll change. I'll let you guys know when it does, but for right now, it's Coffee Soup. Please like and subscribe. I appreciate it. It'll help you keep in the loop for future videos and all that other good stuff as it becomes available to me. If I see it's pertinent, etc., etc., I'm not going to be a huge content creator, but I will have some stuff that you may want to see, like this video. Well, new update is here, and I haven't had any problems to say since the update came out. But one of the problems I had was with the previous I think it's 4.8, the most recent one, update, and this new ship insurance stuff, and them wiping everything, and just starting back over from scratch. And so what I and a lot of people probably have done is bought the new MK2, Aurora MK II ship. And the problem here is, and the problem why you're here is, or the probably why you're here is because with the new ship insurance crap, it's expensive to have the cargo modules on your ship, keep it insured, and then every time your ship gets destroyed, you have to reclaim it. Now, you save a lot of money just reclaiming your default for free and just slapping the cargo module on it whenever you're going to take it out on a cargo haul and then taking it back off. Well, even in that run, you might get destroyed. The game might crash. You might lose it. Then if you didn't insure it before you left, then when you reclaim it, you will not have it anymore. And because you paid money for it, everybody thinks, oh, well, I should get another copy of it. No, you don't get another copy of it at all. You use the one you got, and you have to wait until the next major update to get it to come back. And the next update that brings back all of your items, like this armor set that I'm wearing. This GCD Army Corps was a referral reward. I got the helmet the very first day of update. For some reason, I took the helmet off, put it in my backpack, got killed, lost the helmet. I no longer have the helmet, but I have the rest of the suit of armor. Well, it's just a pain in the ass because next time I probably won't have to use it, but the next time around that I can get that helmet back is the next major update. So little updates like the update that happened today won't bring back any of your purchased items, won't bring back any of your rewards, etc., etc. It's just going to bring back, well, essentially it doesn't bring back anything. The only updates are the larger updates. So this video is going to show you how well, let me take a step back. The Aurora MK II TS cargo module. That's the cargo module that goes in the back of the Aurora MK II to bring it up from 2 SCU to 8 SCU. You can lose it real easy, and I've already done it. Did it on the second day or whatever, and it took me a couple days to figure this out, what to do about it. I'm still debating whether I want to do it or not, but I might just go ahead and trade my Aurora MK II in for a Titan. Simply because it's basically the same price, basically the same amenities. You still get a bed in both ships. You still get. The only thing is that the quantum fuel. I'm not going to go into why I wouldn't want a Titan over the Aurora MK II, because everything except for the quantum fuel in a Titan is superior, in my opinion. Anyway, it has dedicated storage. The MK2 doesn't have 6 SU dedicated storage. So what happens is your ship can get destroyed if you don't claim it and you claim the default, when you have a module installed you have to keep on you have to keep on claiming paying the insurance for the insured version of your vehicle. So like, I took it off and I insured it with the module on it, and then I took the module off when it went into the cargo bay, so that technically I figured that if I took it off I wouldn't lose it. Well, if I retrieve it now, it's not going to have a cargo module on it. The cargo module is right here in my inventory. Registered to you, blah blah blah. Well, that's, in my opinion, how you should handle having these cargo modules. Is don't leave it installed on your ship. Only install it when you're going to actually do cargo. Because every time you take a run out with a cargo module on your ship, you have the chance of breaking it. Especially if you forget to insure it. Losing it, whatever. So like, now the ship comes up. Here, let's do this so I don't kill myself inadvertently. No cargo module. Cargo module is in my inventory. I'll try not to make this an all-day video, but as you can see, it's right here. But I do have another one, and as you can see, it says that it's bricked. Now that's what happened. I ended up bricking the whole entire insured variant of the ship. And then, but when you brick a version of your ship, it'll still show up as another version of the ship, and I can't show you because it's not there, but you can raise a bricked version of your ship that has components on it, and when that module is on the back of this ship, it doesn't show, it tells you that the component is still good, and you can still remove it, and you can still put it in your inventory by the cargo center, but it's only not bricked for a very short period of time. I think it's only not bricked until the next time you pull up an insured a unbricked version of your ship, and then all of a sudden it'll brick that thing. If it was attached to a ship that's been bricked, it will brick as soon as you bring up another ship version. It's kind of a weird, uh, design for this. It should work better if they're going to let you take it off. I think that you should be able to take it off, store it, and it gets its own ID back as soon as it goes down in cargo. But it doesn't. It stays attached to your ship that you attached it to that was bricked. Like the bricked ID doesn't have any conditions to make sure that it doesn't brick alongside of the bricked version of the ship. And I don't know if that has anything to do with duping, blah blah blah, but that's the way they did it. And you can definitely lose your cargo module. And as far as I know, there's no way to buy cargo modules in game. You would have to either go buy a brand new version of the cargo module off of the RSI website, or you can do what I'm making this video for, which is sort of a workaround for a bricked module. Now, so what you're seeing here that I have in my inventory is I have a repurchased module, and I have the old bricked module. The old bricked module is attached to a item ID that I don't even own anymore, and the new one is attached to a wholly new ID because I did this. And I don't know if they have intended for it to work like this, so that, you know, people like us can just go ahead and do it for themselves, and it doesn't cause them any headache of having to, you know, give players back items that they lose in game, etc., etc. But what I did was I went to the this is the game launcher, and then you click on this here, go to your account, and that brings up this page. That's me, Jokaa. And then I went to my hangar. And then you can see right here in the hangar, it shows your add-ons, right? So what I did was I went in here and I exchanged it. When you exchange it, it gives you 10 USD in credits. Alright, you check these two boxes, type in your password, hit submit. It tells you it's successful. Now keep in mind that this only works once every 24 hours. So once after you do this, if I was going to do it again, if I lost it again, I'd have to wait another 24 hours before I could do this again. But essentially it gives you 10 credits back. You don't have the cargo module anymore. It automatically, technically, disappears from the game. But as you can see in my game, there's still the bricked one, which is the one that I exchanged. And then all I did was I went back and well, here, I'll show you how to find it, because some people might have the same problem I did. You go into all products, then you go to add-ons. Don't go into ships or vehicles or anything, because it's in add-ons. And then just type Aurora. You got your cargo module, and then you purchase it or put it in your shopping cart. Continue. Use the 10 credits that you got from turning the other one in. And basically, you're just buying it back again. Now, it didn't work immediately for me. like I purchased it again and it didn't show up, and I was like, oh, this didn't work. But then after about 7 hours, I went back in and it was there. So it might have happened immediately. It might have took a minute, whatever. But um, after all that, checking out and everything, I come back here and I've got a whole brand new, registered to me cargo module, right? I didn't. This isn't a scam. I didn't buy two to begin with, etc., etc. I can even show you my transactions, but I don't want to. I don't want to dox myself. So, yeah. So now you can see. I can store this. Give it a second. And I think that the whole purpose of this is just to make sure that you don't lose your paid for items. I don't think it works well the way they've got the system set up. I think in your hangar you should just have an option to resend the item to you, and that the game will just know that if you already have one in your inventory, or if you don't have one in inventory, to go ahead and send another one so that you have those items that you paid for. It doesn't make sense to me to pay for an item that you can only use once in the game, and then you have to wait until the next major update, and then they'll send it back to you again anyway. So what difference does it make, right? So you can just go in here, go to my vehicles, select my ship, module, don't use the bricked one. I haven't figured out how to get rid of that yet, but when I do, it'll be gone. I mean, I guess technically I know how I could get rid of it, but and then equip it. Now if you do this, make sure you follow these steps, because you can lose it. Even just doing this, you can lose it. So now it's stored with a new loadout. You click ensure loadout. It says jump module. Ensure the jump module. Confirm it. Now everybody says, and I don't completely agree with this. You can take the cargo module out, and you can store it in your ship's hangar just by taking it out with a tractor beam. Don't do that. Don't do that, and the reason why I'll tell you is because that's how I bricked the other one. So now you can see I have a brand new cargo module installed on my ship that functions. If you have a bricked one and you try to open it this way, it won't open. You can't even open it. You can open it if you're sitting in the pilot seat, but even though you think it might work, it doesn't. None of the magnetic fields on the platform will attach to cargo boxes, and actually the cargo boxes want to be forced off of it, like there's reverse magnetism or something, like, so you put it on there and then it like falls off, and then you have to close it back from the inside of the ship. I don't know if it'll hold anything that way, but to me it's not worth experimenting with. So, but yeah, what I do is I'll go ahead, and I don't take anything off with a tractor beam. This way you store it. And then when it stores, And the reason, again, why you're doing this is to make sure that you don't lose it again, so you don't have to use the workaround. Because I don't want to make people think that this was intended for it to work this way. But I think that because it does work this way, if people use it, you know, if people use it, that they're not gonna block the ability for you to be able to do this. But, you know, if people decide they're going to try to develop some sort of exploit for it or start stealing from people, that it's not going to work. First of all, it'll be an exploit that, well, I don't even want to discuss it, but it won't work. People will just be stealing from other people if they try to do it. Well, anyway, go into your ship's hangar, select the ship that you insured. It'll be there. Unequip it. Save the changes. Then when you bring the ship up again, you don't have to insure it again. You just retrieve it. But when it comes back up, it's not going to have a cargo module installed on it, and you'll see that in your inventory you actually have a good cargo module. Now, don't quote me on this. I don't know if because you insured it at one time that it glitches the item, and then that's why the one that I have bricked was because it attaches itself to that insured claim, and but that's not how everything happened with me. There's a lot of foresight involved in that insight. But you can see, you bring your ship back up without even claiming it as default, it still comes up with no module. So it does identify the module as an independent item, but in order to get their insurance thing up and running for this patch, they didn't think everything through, and that leaves a lot of room for a lot of people to get upset about bricking their items. So doing what I did, going ahead and, basically selling the bricked one back to them and then buying another one, they go ahead and they send you another unbricked one back. And it worked. And I'm happy because now I don't have to wait for a whole another update in order to have my module. I just have to remember, one, to be very careful when I have that module attached to this ship, not go into pyro with it attached, or somewhere, try to do some sketchy stuff that it might get me killed. Just use it for cargo hauling back and forth, short cargo hauls. This is going to be your best bet. Whenever you get somewhere, take it off, store it. Don't ever leave it attached to the ship. I mean, you can, it does work right in that respect, but as soon as you leave that ship, you run the chance of having that module bricked. And it's something that RSI needs to figure out and update and fix later. But yeah, I hope that this helps for you. I know it's kind of a first video, kind of sketchy, unscripted demeanor, but I think that a lot of people are going to find this useful. If you like this video, like it, share it, let some people know this is a little descriptor, whatever, how to do this workaround. And I hope that you have a great day. Peace out. 07s, GGs, and see you later, citizens.